The Northeast has been slammed with a blizzard, and luckily they were given a warning which allowed them to prepare. One thing that people don't think about is how damaging snow can be to your roof. Chris Good from Lynchburg Roofing tells you how to prepare.
The most common problem that we see in the winter happens during ice and snowstorms. Um, what it's called ice damming, and what happens is ice and snow accumulate on your roof, and even though your attic is ventilated, it still traps some heat from the house, and so the ice and snow will melt and it runs down the roof. But when it gets down over the eaves, because there's a portion of your roof that sticks out over the heated area, the water can refreeze and as ice, and then more water comes down and freezes, and it ends up backing up onto the shingles. And as you know, shingles are made to shed water, so when they start creating a pond, not a good idea.
And so you might notice like a pool on your ceiling?
Yeah, exactly. If you look up in the corners of the rooms where the roof comes down, that's where it'll show up, right there at the edges usually.
And so what are some things that homeowners can do now? It's a nice day out, and it's going to get cold soon. What are some things that people can do now to kind of help prevent ice damming?
Well, the main thing is to keep to get the water away from the eaves. So that would primarily consist of cleaning out your gutters system, making sure that all the leaves and debris are free. And another thing, we also clean gutters in the fall and in the spring, and a lot of homeowners, they'll clean out the gutters, but then they don't flush the downspouts and make sure that's all unplugged. So when it rains and water accumulates, it'll just fill up the gutters and still create ice in problems. Yeah. Some other things that are a little more involved but that can help prevent ice damming is just checking your ventilation system, making sure your fans are working, and that you have ridge vent of some sort, because getting that warm air out of the attic helps prevent the ice on the roof from melting and running down and doing that. And also adding more insulation to your attic to prevent the heat from escaping your house into the attic where it will melt the snow and ice.
And you guys actually kind of help prevent that problem when you put a new roof on a new house.
Yeah, most roofs that were put on in the era where we're replacing them, it wasn't invented yet. But there is a product called Ice and Water Shield, and it's a thick, gooey product that goes in problem-prone areas. So we already talked about over the eaves. Also at transitions where it goes from a steeper slope to a less steep slope, that's another place that ice damming happens. So we install this thick, gooey membrane. Look, it comes on a 3-foot roll like tar paper, and it in the summertime when it's warm, it gets sticky and hot and sticky and seals up around the nail hole, so that if water backs up underneath it, it still won't leak. Unfortunately, we can't retrofit that, so that's something that has to be done whenever we install a new roof.
So if somebody does have ice damming and they do have a problem and they need their roof fixed, are you guys working during this time of year still?
Yeah, absolutely. We work all year round. Things do slow down a little bit in the winter. I mean, the days get shorter. We can't install shingles if it's colder than 22 degrees, but we install shingles all year round, and it's certainly available for leaks. Sometimes issues like ice damming have to be temporarily fixed, and then we have to come back in the summer and do a more invasive fix. But in the event that you have a leak going on right this second, yeah, we'll go out and clear debris and chip away ice dams and things like that. Yeah.
So people really need to give you a call now if they have a problem, or in the spring to get a new roof put on their house.
Absolutely, yeah, and we do re-roofing, complete re-roofs all year long too. In fact, we run specials all winter long. Like right now we're running a winter special where we give a 5% reduction to the homeowner, and then we donate 5% of the total cost of the project to a local charity. So yeah, but we stay busy all year round, and we're booking them for spring too.
And speaking of staying busy, you guys are actually expanding in Roanoke, right?
Yes, we are. We just opened an office on Orange Avenue in Roanoke. Right now it's by appointment only. Both of our salesmen one lives in Bedford and one lives in Moneta, so they're kind of between the two areas, so it's really easy for us to service both areas. We intend on having that office open full-time soon, but yeah, we're going full speed ahead into Roanoke.
And Lynchburg Roofing is located on Crowell Lane in Lynchburg. For more information, you can call 434-841-8898. They also are opening up an office in Roanoke. The number for that is 540-909-3003. You can find them on Facebook, or you can go online to lynchburgroofing.com.